Good morning, everybody. How are you? Carolyn and Tammy, glad you guys are here. I'm going to be up front. I'm a little bit anxious today. I made a mistake, and I don't know how to react about it. I don't know what to do. Back when I was a customer of Gemstone Orphanage, they usually did the preview a few days before the sale. I didn't realize that my sale was at the exact same time as theirs tomorrow. So it's too late to change the time. Everybody that's been opening boxes this week has said that the sale's on Saturday at 10 a.m. So there's no way. I don't know what to do. I guess mine can be watched on the replay and theirs isn't. So if you're a customer of both of us, if you know what you want, maybe you can go and bid on them and then come back. I don't know how to do it. So I apologize for putting any of you in that spot that you do have to choose. And please know that it wasn't done intentionally. Okay. So we're going to get back. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I've never been more happy to be finishing a project from yesterday, and I almost finished it yesterday, and then I was like, nope, I said I was going to wait, and I'm really glad that I did because I don't have to think today, so that'll be fine. This is so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. I've just been getting emails and messages about it. So, like I said, if you're a customer of both of ours, and there's a specific zone that you saw in the preview, whatever else, then the best thing would be to go and do that, and then I guess catch mine on the replay. Of course, I don't have any tissue in here. I will be more careful tomorrow, next time around, I promise. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Where do we need this? Can I have toilet paper? Yeah. Anyways, I have a bunch of stuff to get done. I'm gonna be okay. It's fine. It's silly. I'm just, I just realized that I finished the pendant, but I didn't put that, I meant to do a butterfly bail on it, but it's okay. We're gonna leave it as is. That is the only part that I did finish. I did finish and go and do the spiral at the end. Sorry. I promise to be more careful next time. That's all. But it's gonna be fun either way, right? Okay, beads, happy place. Let's just shake it off and go about our day. All right, so if you weren't here yesterday, we did this little pendant with the rosaline bead up top, and I turned it just into a little pendant. We wire wrapped the I don't remember if this was onyx or obsidian. I can't remember. But we wire wrap them in a way that it looks like they have a bead cap on when they don't. So if you're new and do not have bead caps, or your bead caps don't match your wire, this is a way that you can still have the look you wanted. Based, hold on, where did my remote go? I don't know, it's okay. Oh, also, you guys, I couldn't find my caliper yesterday. Sorry, Steve's in here trying to help. Yeah. I can't remember. Oh, I couldn't find my caliper yesterday, my electric one. And I was like, I just need a new one. And I ordered a new one expecting.
Here's your old one.
Expecting one like this, but in silver. Like, sure, yeah, hey, ha. You guys. Look at this pretty. It is so heavy. Just saying. It is so heavy. It came with 2 extra batteries, although there's already a battery in it. It came with a little screwdriver for the battery post. You open it up and like you can turn it on and it's automatic. It's there. You can roll it forward this way. You want to be fancy and not just push it back and forth. There's a measurement up here. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna assume that, yeah, these are the millimeters up top in case you're looking for that specific thing. And then this is by, wait, yeah, I'm not sure what's different about the top. Yeah, maybe it is centimeters and millimeters. I don't know. All I know is that it's fancy. You like click the button once, it turns off. The other one, you have to do it. It also comes in inches. And whatever F is. A fraction? I don't know. I'll be using millimeters, but it's awesome. So if you need a good caliper, hit me up and I will send you the link because it was less than 20 bucks and it's so much nicer. And that's the price. I'm pretty sure that's the price I paid for the black one as well. Here, let me take a peek real quick. Okay, let's see here. So it was $8.99. You can get it in, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. You can get it. Mine was I'm pretty sure I got the 6-inch length. I might have got, yeah, because I paid $19. It goes up to 8 and then 12 inches, which is really pretty. It also comes in black. That's why I assumed it was the same thing. But it also comes in 12-inch and 8-inch, which I think I just said. I think we're just going. And I don't know what the difference between 6-inch IP67 and this one is. I don't know what the difference is. But they're very nice calipers. They're like very to the point. I like it, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to change it. It'll be great. It'll be okay. Like I said, everybody already knows the time based on the unboxing videos, so it's all right. Okay, so let's get back to our project so we can get this necklace finished up. we're just going to do the simple hybrid wrapped loop that I do on both ends for the Rosaline because they are carved on either side, and then the center is not carved and it's faceted, and so it just sparkles up at you. So I wanted to let the bead shine. And so I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead and grab my pliers out. Oh, I don't need those ones. So I'm gonna do it with this. Okay, so my bail set, my 6-step bail making pliers. Here we go. I'm good. I'm okay. Don't worry. It's all right. Let's get on to the beads, my happy spot. Okay, so as always, I'm going to get my loop right into the curve, and I'm going to go up, over, and down. Rotate my pliers till they're parallel with the mat. Pull this back. My loop isn't quite centered, so I'm going to roll it up. And then we're doing this assembly line style, so I'm going to put it down right there. Then I'm going to move on to the next. I'm going to go right in the crook, up, over, and down, rotate parallel, pull it along the back. This one I am going to pick up a plier for because it might have been too close, but we're going to fix it one way or another. Okay, we'll leave that one over here since it's in the second part. I got a little too close for that bead's comfort, so up, over, and down. So you guys all know what my plans for the weekend is. What are all of you doing? Any big plans? Gonna go see family. Kimberly's going to a gem show and I'm so excited. I hope she shows us what she got because I would love to see what all her spoils. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. So 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 Central, and 1 o'clock Eastern. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? I think that's right. In case you don't know, Arizona doesn't change time, so we are notoriously bad at figuring out the rest of the time zones and how that all works. And just when we think we've got it figured out, you guys swap it back. So I know that there's been some talk of doing away with it altogether. I'd be down for that, just so. But yes. Yeah, for this weekend. And then it completely changes next weekend because I believe this weekend is the time that we switch. So yes. Well, thank you, Beth. I love you too. Okay. Rolling that down. I'm almost done. And then I'm going to make some jump rings. As soon as we get our links all done, and I may have too many, but that just means that, hey, I can make a bracelet too, or earrings, because these will already be wrapped up. So if we have time, that's what we will do. Because I do think we have extra. And I might quote unquote waste wire sometimes, like when I'm within the project. I say that quote unquote because I've gotten it, and I know other content creator friends of mine have gotten the, oh, you waste so much of this, you waste so much of that. Here's the thing. If we cut out length trying to waste as little as possible or whatever else, and it's not enough, then we've used that wire and we have to cut a new piece of wire. So you're actually wasting more than the other. Also, if I can make even 2 jump rings out of something, then I do so. Because I don't like to waste. It costs me too much money to waste. So that's how I feel that. Okay, now we're just going to go and we are just going to wrap around, drop. Grab the next one. Grab it, wrap around. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And for those who were not here yesterday, I will make one link from start to finish. Where are my other? I prefer Beadsmith pliers over these that I was told were better when I first started. They're not. They don't hold on to the wire. The wire slips out of your hand, as you just saw, like when I was wrapping around the loop, how it slipped out. Whereas the Beadsmith or Randy pliers do not do that. So, whenever she has them available, see how that just spun? It's irritating. So anytime she has them in, I tend to, and I'm already placing an order, I like to have spares because I lose them all the time. Not lose them, they just get, when we've got to clean off the desk for a sale, sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Though I'm cleaning it off the right way this time around, so I don't have the chaos that comes with not doing that. Okay, just to show the process in full, I'm going to grab this piece of wire that I had cut yesterday and didn't use. Something like this would either get used in a project or be made into jump rings. I just prefer the smallest, thickest wire I have for jump rings. So I prefer at least 20 gauge, if not 18 gauge, which is my go-to. So I'm going to take a piece of wire and I'm going to bend it 90 degrees. I'm then going to take my bale step making pliers, my step bell making pliers, and I'm going to go at an angle. My pliers are not vertical or horizontal, they're at an angle, and that's so I can get right into the bend of the wire. Then I'm going to go up, over, and back down. Then I'm going to make my pliers parallel with the table, and I'm going to pull this back. You can either do this next part with your hands or with your pliers. Either one is great. You're just going to grab the end of this wire and you're going to pull it around just the back until it meets up with where the loop started in the first place. I still need to do it, but some of you saw when I tested this on air that this holds just as well as 3 wraps. So if you're not a fan of the space that creates, or a fan of doing simple loops, because for whatever reason, I'm not very good at doing them, and also they're not as strong as a wrapped loop is. So I tried this once, liked the way it looked. Like I said, I tested it, and it was just as strong. So there's the loop. We're just going to place the bead on. I also like to tuck my ends after my beads are on, because the wire can't like jump up at an angle like it does when you have like extra space. So I'm then going to fold over at the top, and I'm going to repeat the exact same for the other side. Now, this is a bigger bead, so I'm not able to completely get into the wire, and I'll show you how I fix that. Up, over, and down, parallel, and around and back. So you can see that this loop, at least I hope you can, see that this loop isn't right on top. So I just roll until the loops are the same, just like that. And then I'm going to roll this just because I don't want it at an angle when I pull this up and around. And there you go. There's your link. Yesterday I demonstrated the spiral, so you can go look for that. Now that my page has content, Randy helped me fix that. I was very thankful the other day. I was missing a bunch of stuff. And Linda was correct that it was in the customization, but I didn't know what to do once I got there. So Randy helped me. I was very thankful for that. So we're just going to go in for the rest of these and trim the wire off so that we can start assembling this necklace. I'm sorry, guys, for the drama of the beginning of this live. I got another message about it, and it just completely overwhelmed me. So, but I know. Like I said, I understand. I don't expect to be the only place you buy beads from. I know better than that. This one didn't get curved around. I think this was the one that was a little close. So it was just a little ugh. I like when you guys are live so I can see what you like and what you're responding to and all that kind of stuff. It's so much fun. But I understand that not everybody can be there live, so it's okay. Most of you message me when you get your bead packages anyways, and tell me what you think of everything, which I appreciate. Nothing makes me happier. I've got to figure out how to set up the review on my TT's page though. Because yeah, I don't know quite how to do that. So I think that's all of them. Now I get my little Randy pliers. I'm going to tamp in the ends, and I do both sides at the same time for the reason I just said. It's easier to do once the bead is there so that the wire can't skip. So I'm just going in. I should also be making sure they're parallel right now, but this really, I don't know if this will work for you. I'm extra specially careful with like the little bicones and stuff because you don't want to break them. Or faceted, small faceted beads, same thing. But I just find this easier for me. I would get most of my techniques, they're not my techniques. I don't think that I'm the only person who has ever, I'm sure there are others that have done it. No, the other way. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this out a little bit. Make sure you can see my entire work area. That's what I'm doing. Most of the things that I do and demonstrate on my channel, they came about because of an issue doing it the way that I had seen taught on YouTube. Like it wasn't working for me. So I tried to come up with another way. It either wasn't working, I didn't like it, just like I don't like simple loops. Because when I would go to make them, the wire never, when I would be done, it would be like bent up. And then you have to straighten that out. And I try to not bend and adjust my wire more than is necessary. So I ate like 100 tangerines last night because I felt like I had a cold coming on. I like them, so I eat them a lot too. But. Okay. Next, we're going to make jump rings. I'm going to show you how quick it is to do so. I'm going to show the little cheat sheet that I learned from Miss Samantha Latimer that makes my life easier when it comes to stuff like this. This hurts me, just so you know. Like all of this wire, I want to learn how to like melt and create with copper just so stuff like that doesn't go in the trash. But that's just me. Okay, 18 gauge, 22, 18 right here. So we're going to pull out quite a long piece of wire. Oh, and my hubby found my double flush cutters last night. Woohoo! Because making jump rings without double flush cutters is not as fun. Speaking of, that's another pair of pliers I need to get. So you can take this and you can straighten it out. I don't find it necessary when I'm making jump rings because you're rolling it around something else anyways. I do start with the curvature of the end of the wire, obviously, but I like to smush the very end of the wire within the box joint of my bell stepping pliers, and the reason for that is it helps me start round right away. Wrong round. Oops. I wanted the second step, not the first. There we go. And then you're just going to wind it around, and the piece, okay, the way I'm winding, it's already spread out, but I want to show you Samantha's thing, so I'm going to try to make these next ones close together because she does a little technique to make them easier to cut, and they're easier to cut when they're spread out. But I'm gonna do the rest of them tighter. And if you scooch up, thank you. I also, if you can't tell by how hard I'm holding the wire, I push at the same time as my plier is rounding so that my rings are uniform, but also that begins to work harden them, making them stronger. Okay, I'm at the end, and you can see there's still a little tail. I have these in the wrong hands, I think. And I like to take my pliers and slowly bend that down and around the curve of the wire so that, again, I have no waste. Okay, but I do notice that this was not a cut, like a flush cut from yesterday. Okay, what Samantha does is she takes a piece of wire of about 2 to 3 inches, and she bends up and makes a 90-degree angle. Then she uses her fingernail to break apart the first two, and then you put the long piece in the tube or in the coil, and then you just, I might need to use 18 gauge wire because the 20 gauge is not, there we go. And then you just start pushing around with your thumb, and you don't have to do both at the same time. I find it faster to just go in and twist with both hands. It's just faster. And then you get a consistent space in between each of your coils, and then we'll just go ahead and roll it out to the end, even though it's already spread out. Just remember the split of the jump rings are going to be based on the size of the wire you use to spread it apart. Okay, then I'm going to show you both ways in case you do not have double flush cutters. But if you have double flush cutters and you haven't messed up your blades by cutting something you shouldn't have, then you can just cut straight one at a time and you'll get very nice tight jump rings. If you have messed it up, you just have to go up at a little bit of an angle and then it cuts just fine that way. Or my wire will make a liar out of me. Like I said, if you haven't messed up your cutters, I have to go in at an angle. You can go this way. The spreading apart the jump rings makes it exponentially easier to use these. I'm going to show you the other way, and I'm going to zoom in, make sure that you see this up close. Okay. So on your pliers, the back is flush, where the flush cut is. The inside of it goes down into an angle that looks a lot like the roof of a house. So it goes up like this. So you want to cut your wire with the flush in order to get the best join when you put the two ends together. So this end was already flush cut. So I'm going to come in right at where the other one ends, and I'm going to cut. Now, so that left this end unflush cut. You're just going to go in no more than is absolutely necessary. Some people clip off quite a bit. I don't. I try not to waste my supplies. Gonna get in there, and we're gonna go back. Swing your pliers around, cut it flush, come back to the next coil, and you can get into quite the groove doing it this way. Like once I get started, I can typically go pretty quickly. If you don't know what I mean about the flush and not flush, or would like me to try to show the difference, I can do so. Just let me know. But I only have the 18 gauge in copper wire. I haven't gotten the 16 or 14 millimeter yet. I will be, because I like those two for when I make wire wrap stuff. Like if I'm actually, like when you buy the thicker one and then you do the figure 8 back and forth between two, and then you can bend that up to make a whatever this would be called, a setting for the bead to like set in. Only I like mine to be wide enough so that one's on the back and one's right at the edge, so I can kind of pinch it into place. I'm just learning that stuff though, so the figure 8 is all I know how to do so far, but we will get there. It doesn't take long at all to cut yourself some jump rings, which allows your metals to all match, so that like your bail and even the loops on your links, it is very nice when everything matches. And one of the things I will have tomorrow is the beginning, like a little starter kit for people who may want to delve into the world of the plated metals. I'm going to do gold this weekend. I don't think that's going to create a jump ring, Heather. I'm going to put together little kits, but then I'm going to sell each component separately as well, so it'll be good. Heather was breaking down, and yes, we should talk. And yes, we should talk. We should talk. I missed a bunch, apparently. You're welcome, Delon. I'm happy that it helped. Carolyn, you really do need the Randy pliers. There's two of them that she typically has, and one is itty bitty. You can get into just about anywhere with this. This is even smaller. Like the point of these pliers are even smaller than the Xuron for option. And as you saw, these tend to slip on the wire. So I like Randy's pliers better. So she has those ones. And then she has these which are the flat or wide nose. I have some flat nose pliers that like quite the difference, but it just depends on the project you're working on, which one would be better. And I use both sets of these pliers when I'm making projects. Okay, so I'm going to start with that's why I'm looking for I like my Beadsmith, but no pliers better because they are a finer tip, but I don't see them, so I'm going to have to use my Zeron pliers. Okay, so then anyways, brandy pliers, that's where I'm at. I use one of the techniques you showed us. Okay, I saw that. You're welcome, Delon. Right? Thank you, Beth. Sounds like they will, Tammy, indeed. It is. I um I love this group of women. Like I would have gone back to bed this morning if I didn't know that I was gonna be seeing all of you today. So it helped more than you know. So I'm gonna start with the Rosaline first, or actually, do I want to? Here, I'm gonna connect one of I only have 6, so I only have enough for 3 on each side. So I feel like if we start with the rose, it'll give us more length. I could have also used larger jump rings. That would have helped. I think the rose looks pretty because it's almost like an arrow down to the pendant itself. And I'm liking the way that looks, actually. So, see? They slip off. And it's highly irritating. I don't know why. But I can tell you they were more expensive than the ones that I got from Randy that I prefer to use. I like my Zeron crimping pliers because I use them for other things. Like I like to use those to like round able to like start the spiral really tight. The grooves help it do that without the like skip up. So yeah. See, now it looks like there's an arrow down to the pendant. Do you agree? Oh, Beth, I got an email. I got another email and message today asking if I knew that they were at the same time. That's all. But so, and I had a rough night last night. I didn't sleep well. So that's all it was. But I'm good now. I cry when I'm mad, scared, happy. It's just who I am, and it annoys the hell out of me, let me tell you. Ooh, I'm gonna actually show you guys how nice the join is on these jump rings. And hope you can see it. See? No, you can't. It's not gonna. Hold on. Let me pull this out and do the zoom. The join is very flush, which is the goal, right? I want to make sure it's not going to jump and skip. Okay. And I really like the way that it looks. Like I said, it closes it up very nicely. I worked in human resources before my disabilities got bad and I had to stop working. So I'm kind of hardwired to look at a situation from every vantage point to make sure that the optics are good on stuff. That's all. And I need to get over that. I know that about myself and I'm working on it, but in the morning, after a bad night, it's a lot harder to do so. Ooh, this hoop is not sitting upright. There we go. I know we're going to need a little bit of length on this, so we might need to make some little links, maybe. I'm going to have to make more jump rings, it looks like. There's no... one of my favorite sounds in jewelry making is when you get that little click and you know for certain that you have like it's closed, it's flush, it's everything when you get that little click. It doesn't happen every time, but see, there we go, little click. Okay, so there's that side. Zoom back out a little bit since we're done with the other. So let's go to the other side. I may have to make more jump rings. I am gonna have to make more jump rings. I should have done that ahead of time. I was trying to get the labels for some. I'm going to be putting together, in case, I don't remember if I said this at the beginning. I don't know that everybody was in here. I'm putting together some like plated metal starter kits. And so this time I'm doing gold. So I just have like clamshells. I have jump rings in various sizes. I have ball head pins and flathead pins, and they all match. So I'm going, like I said, I'm going to have a little starter kit, but I'm also going to be like selling the components. There we go, that's better. Selling the components individually as well. So there will be plenty for all. So that way you don't have to go and buy a large quantity to get them at a good price. So if you just want them for like a birthday gift, Christmas, whatever the reason may be, you can have those without having, like I said, quite a few more different. So that works out nice. Ooh, do I want them all to be the same size? Or do I want to make some smaller so I can make the chain? I'm not sure. Okay, let's try this again. Aww. Hi, Barbara. Thank you, Caroline. Even if you're only doing it for the 10% discount. And Tammy, yours is fixed. I promise, okay? I forgot to take her, well, last month it was 5%, but I need to set up the other level too. So if you're thinking about joining, but $9.99 seems like a lot, I did it this way so that whichever level you're able to do, the $4.99 will get 5% off of every order, and the $9.99 you get 10% off every order. So if you place an order of $100 throughout the month, it covers the cost of your membership. So I wanted there to be a benefit. So if you are thinking about it, but would rather wait for the $5 or the $4.99 option, Steve, make sure I do that right after I post the live sale when we're done here. Because I can do that. So you just have to be a member at the time of the sale. That's it. And then you're good to go. I love copper wire. Copper and the bronze wire, which is my other new fave. I haven't been using it during the lives or any videos because I got it in my Beadalon pack. This is the way that it's much easier, you guys. Take this in your non-dominant hand with your coil pointing towards you, and then you can just grab it and wrap it. A lot less awkward than what I did earlier, but my brain was not firing on all cylinders. And then you have a fully rounded end on both sides. Now, because we already, I already demonstrated it, I'm going to, come on, please work. Nope, it's not going to. I need to get a new pair. It's my fault. They're protesting because I cut something I shouldn't have with those. I don't know why that was like refusing to separate itself from the coil. Okay, I think that's enough to finish up the necklace real quick, and then we can just decide what we're gonna do for along the back. Sorry, that one was really wide apart, and I found that if I there we go. There we go. Pretty. if I just want to do a jump ring chain, or if I want to make some quick and easy links. We could do the perfect oval link. We could do that for up and around the back that Miss Linda from Gumnut Lane Jewelry has a video about it, and I believe that the title of the video is literally perfect oval link every time. I'm pretty sure that's what the title of it is. So, to be honest, these are going to go into my Tumblr for a little bit just to break off the, like, any ends that aren't, like, that might be sticking out so that they're not pointy anymore. It'll be soft. You only have to run it with, like, the second softest, and then if that's not enough, you can do it again. Okay, let's see how long this is so we can figure out what. Yeah, it's 12 inches. So what? Did I miss something?
Just logged in right before you said.
Who did? Oh, hello. This is how many times has this happened, Linda? Every single time. The first time she ever popped on, I was showing a variation of the link she did. And she popped in, and I was like, oh my goodness. So, of course, she's here again today. So, we just have to decide the thickness we want of the ring. I think Sharpie's going to be good. I lost this lid, so I think Sharpie length would make good ones. I just have to remember. You roll them in, right, Miss Linda? Out is a different link, right? I believe the one I'm talking about is rolling in. I'm almost positive that it is, actually. Extra. Oh, where do I get some of that? Oops. Where do I get some of that? Just wondering. Because, your girl. Oh, you're so funny. I love you, lady. I love you. Yes, in. Okay, good. So I'm just going to take my Sharpie, and just like with my jump rings, I'm going to wind it around. I am going to space them out a little bit as I go. I'm not even showing you guys. Because the wire is going to literally hit me in the face if I get any closer. There we go. Now there's not risk of bodily injury for me. And I am going to tuck this other end and like burnish it, I think is the word, down so that it is also rounded versus cutting like a whole big end off. But yes, Linda just happens to know every time I'm talking about her. But it's all right because it means she's here. And girl, the other day was hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna cut the very end of that off. Come on, please just bend off. Thank you. I really need to order me another pair of pliers. This didn't get rounded as much as I would like it to, so I'm going to have another go at it. There we go. That's better. These links are awesome and can be used in so many different things. You could just use these links to make a metal bracelet. You don't have to like doctor them up at all. You can put a bead down on the bottom before you do your loops, and that would give it like a little bit more pizzazz. You can have all of your loops going the same way. You can have them pointed in at each other, then pointed out. There's so many different things that you can do with this. I am going to use my micro round nose pliers for this part of it. I don't think that it needs a whole, like the whole first step. What are you looking for, Steven?
Your other gold beads so that we can separate them. We got all the other ones now.
They haven't come yet.
We got the two. I need the one, the first one. The first bag that came. Right.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Where did my little round nose pliers go? I could have swore I had them out. I need to like, I wish that there were like specific, like each kind of plier came in its own color. It would make things so much easier for us. And all right, I'm gonna grab these ones. Since I can't find my micro, at least I can get a small loop there. So all you're gonna do, once you've cut your rings, you're gonna go right to the end where your plier and the wire meet without it sticking out. And you're just gonna roll in like that. Easy peasy. And then you're gonna go the other way and do the same thing. Then the way I like to close mine up is I put my round nose pliers in and I pull them together, and then I finish pushing. So then they're lined up and you get these beautiful little links. I'm going to turn down the light a little bit so you guys can see better. You get these absolutely beautiful links that it doesn't matter what size you make the circle. You could go around a big glass bottle and make ginormous links. You can go around a smaller bottle. You can go around your bail pliers and like pick the chunkiest one. Like you have so many options. I have made these. I'm gonna do it for you guys. I have made these super, super small using a thinner wire and done an entire necklace out of that with some cross links that have loops on either side. They turned out beautifully. I loved them. So I literally have a box with a bunch of these. I just don't know that I had enough to do this chain, so. And it doesn't take long to do. But I do it this way because I'm not always able to get things, like I go to push it in and like they don't meet up. One comes in much further than the other, stuff like that. I will measure the completed length for you. So that way, if you are trying to gauge what size you want the link, so these are, ew, Linda, you missed it. I could not find my caliper yesterday, my digital caliper. This cheap one that I've had for forever, it does the trick, but you know, it's missing the battery cover. I couldn't find it, and I needed one, and I needed one right away, and this one said it could be delivered same day, and I was expecting it to be like that. And instead, I got this. This thing is heavy, 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 heavy. There are 3 different types of measurements. I haven't got to read the instructions yet. You can measure up here or down here. You can literally roll it out using your thumb or roll it in using your thumb. So it's really nice, and it was $20, just under 20. It comes with a battery already in it, and then it comes with 2 replacement batteries. So I don't know that I'd probably have to make jewelry for a very, very long time. Hello, Shirley. Oh, hi, Jenny. I loved your guys' necklaces. Girl, put in those crystals with the sodalite. Chef's kiss on that bead selection. Uh, you both made beautiful necklaces. I just really like the way that you chose another bead to stretch it further, which is the whole point and reason why I made the collection. So, and Jenny, I tested every single one of the gold components, the gold plated components that I'm going out. They are all clean. I even, on the little earring ones, I tested the ball, I tested the post, and I tested the wing back, because sometimes only the post is the full metal, and they think that what was I gonna say? Oh, I just completely lost my train of thought. They don't realize that the ball and the earring back are also touching your skin. It's not just if it's inside the hole. So I tested everything. Everything is good. There are a couple components at the beginning, I think, I can't remember. Those will also get tested. And from here on out, nothing will go out from TT's Trinkets and Treasures unless it's tested, so that everybody knows that it is safe to use if you have a nickel allergy. So, I originally was doing it for a friend, but then it became something I want people to know before they place an order. So everything was tested and is perfectly good. I see what you meant about the oil. I can't think of the word. The smell. Olfactor. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. But I understand how that could have bothered you because of COVID. It is quite see, you don't have to do it with the pliers. My pliers in my hands were not understanding each other. So, but yes, I remembered buying something, and in the description, like in the fine print, you have to scroll all the way down to see on Amazon. It said that like only the post was silver. And that the back and whatever were not. And I don't buy that stuff, will not buy that stuff. That I think is a little bit shady in my opinion. So, olfactory. Okay, woohoo, I said it right. Yes, I know. I am sending you pictures. Yes, I am sending you pictures of the dragons. She really wants one of the little dragons that I'm going to have. I believe it's Unikite, um, white quartz, unless they're trying to say that it's rose quartz, which it is not. See, why am I making this difficulty and pulling out the pliers? It works just fine, just pushing it with my fingers. There we go. Sometimes the rings, like one will be further back than the other, so that's why I was just squishing them together. But first the jump rings, and then these will be very pretty together. And will make a lovely, lovely, lovely chain for your piece. And again, you know that everything matches because you're using the same wire for each of your components. So you don't have to worry about length or whatever else. And if you wanted to, which I just do, I think I'm going to put the the little rosalines, rather than worrying about a bracelet or earrings this morning, because I have a lot to do to finish up or getting the list together so I can get it emailed out to everybody so they know what all's going to be offered tomorrow. So, there we go. I think I am going to do the roses in between each of these links. I think it'll be really pretty. And I could have put some simple chain on the back of this, and it would have been fine, but when you're able to say, oh, I made all of those pieces, people are very impressed. So it's a good thing to do. Let's see how many of these little links I have left. I should have more than plenty. I have two. Okay, so I have 4 for either side. And then, oh, I need to finish cutting jump rings real quick. Maybe I can get lucky. And nope, it's not going to do it. Okay, it's all right. We will do Samantha Latimer's little. Sorry, I turned the light down and now I can't see. There we go. Getting old makes everything stop working. I got the right, well, I got an expensive pair of glasses that I wore and it just didn't, they weren't right. I don't think I'm gonna need this whole coil. So if not, I'm probably just going to, I feel like I need 8 for each side, I think. Oh, that cut too. Dang it. Just messed up this one too. Okay. Don't know what I did right there or how I did that, but I think I should just about have enough to brace. And I can finish cutting that coil later. Okay, so back to the necklace. So since we ended with the rose, obviously I'm going to put the link in next. So now, do I want to connect it down through that? Or through the bottom? I think I'm going to go that way. And another jumper. I'm keeping my eye out for the one that didn't like go on correctly. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. And like I said, there's been times where I made just a chain and then I would put it, like I would put it this way and then I put it that way. So that's one way that I have done it for a chain. I'm just sitting and playing with beads while I watch. Stringing something off camera is fun. It is. That's what I feel like. That's what I hope everybody's doing. That like everybody's just beating along with me and If you hear something that piques your interest, you stop and watch for a second and go from that. That's what I picture in my head anyways. That's the one that got too much cut off. Here's the little shyster. You just need to cut the tiniest bit off of the end of that. I think. Obviously I didn't because it wanted to go away. That's what I mean about things slipping with these pliers. They just break off and go willy-nilly. See? This is why I love the Randy pliers. I don't have that problem. You guys think that looks good? Or should I have like put a couple of put a link on either side of the Rosaline down here so that the black would keep going up? Or is it okay that there's only the black down at the bottom? Please give me your honest opinion. Yep, it's fun. Sometimes I just make links to pass the day when I am in pain and can't possibly design. That's when I make links and jump rings and whatever. So I feel like I'm at least being, I don't know. All right, sounds good. See, I'm going to do it on one side, just at the bottom right here, so we can see what it would look like. Sorry, if you've been here, you know that your girl has bead FOMO. So if I don't have everything out and I don't try every option, I worry that I'm missing the best option. Okay, come here, mister. Pay attention. this is the spacing it would give. And I think that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, sorry, folks. We're switching stuff up real quick. I knew that was about to happen before it happened. I could feel it. Okay, where am I at? Okay, so right here, we need another link. At the bottom. The other thing, doing it this way might leave me, wait, no, I did that wrong. Yeah, I'm working on the wrong side. That's what happened. This also might give me enough length to where I could also have one of the obsidian for a bracelet or a pair of earrings. Which could be cool. But we are about an hour and a half in, so if anybody needs to go come back and watch this on the replay, all of that, we're good to go. I understand. Some of you like to stay on as you bead while I'm beading. That is also okay. Out of links. I will have to make more links, but it's not difficult, so. I like the way this looks. I like the way it spreads everything out. Makes me very happy. And then this needs to go on the black. This Rosalie can then come up. This also would make a lovely stacker or a juice strand. You could do something very simple on a focal, like a second focal that goes in the middle would be very pretty as well. Okay, that is closed. My eyes were playing tricks on me. Then we need another jump ring, and we can add the Rosaline back on. No, I still need all three. But this is now 6. So 9 3/4. So just under an 18-inch pendant or an 18-inch piece of jewelry, which is perfect, as I like to call Becky like necklaces. I need Jenny, which video of yours shows your beaded veil the best? Because I would like to know, but yeah. Oh yeah, Jenny, that would be horrible. I love copper wire. I'm so glad that you're not allergic to that because that would make me sad. It's so much fun to work with. Oh, why am I talking around those pliers for this? Okay, I'm gonna have to make a few more links. So if you just came in, I will show you how I do them. They are not my link. They are Miss Linda's links. The video, if I had a moderator, I'd say I'll link it in the description below, but oftentimes I forget. And then I feel bad because like people are wondering why I didn't link it. And it's not like to be insincere or whatever else. I have every intention of doing so. And then I get off the live and I have to wait so long before I can go in and edit it. And then I forget. I need one of my old me's that only has to worry about that stuff, and or a Jenny, because Jenny does very well at that kind of stuff. She makes sure that her and Becky both make sure that if they say something's going to be linked, it gets linked. But you don't know, I can't even count how many times a day I pick up my phone to look for something, to see a message or to check and see if a package is getting delivered, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't. And then something else distracts me. And I do that, and then I put my phone down, and then I realize you never looked for, you didn't accomplish the task. You had started out like, what was the whole purpose of picking up your phone? But, so that's it. Oh, see, I can't watch myself. I do them a lot live, but it's clear on a. Will you send me the link, please? Oh, she does this beautiful beaded veil. And I want to try her technique. I don't like on live, it's a little bit harder to, like, I have a harder time because I like to pause and go back, and I have to, with my memory issues, I have to check, like, I have to always check. That's all. So, that was near perfect. That's all I had left at the end of my coil. Okay, so now we need to do the couple links, which I think you'll like, Jenny, but I'm sure you've seen it. Okay, thank you, my dear. Okay, where'd my Sharpie go? Right here. All I'm doing is wrapping around the barrel of the Sharpie, and I'm doing it this way to also help work harden it by like doing it more forcefully. Scoot up. And then when I get to the end, I like to take my pliers and push down and make sure that it is rounded around the Sharpie and not like a straight bit that's just sticking out. That one did not want to cooperate, but it's okay. So after you cut all your links, again, in case you missed earlier, this is handy if you are wanting all of your metals to match. By the way, all the metals I'm sending out tomorrow do match. I did a ton of research months and months ago to make sure that I can say that. And now I get to say that I nickel tested all of my metals, and I don't know if I'm going to get like a star sticker or something so that people know. I got to figure out a way to like let people know. Okay, so now you have your little rings like this. All you're going to do is take your round nose pliers, your set bail making pliers, whatever it is. You can make these as small or as large as you can make the circles I'm about to show you. As long as you can make 2 of those, you can make the rest as small as you want. I've made very, very small ones. Mana White, could you please come get me more coffee? It's all gone, and I want to finish this real quick. It'll make me feel better to know that I got this done. Ooh, how did that happen? There we go. Okay, so as I said, you just take your round nose pliers at the tip of your pliers to where wherever you can grab it and start twisting. You twist until you meet up with the other side of your wire. And then a little tip I like to do if I'm having a problem like getting them to match up easily, is that I will put them back on the ends of both wires and then finish pushing them together at that point with equal force, and then I know that they're matched up so that when I put them on the jump ring, there's no tension there. It's able to glide smoothly as it moves, as your body moves throughout the day. And you really do get the perfect little oval link every time, no matter what size you do this. I have made some very large ones, and then I like to make a smaller version, and that's where I connect them at, and I really like the look of it. Oh, I could have showed you on this before I roll them. If I could get this to there. You see how like perfect the join is when you do the jump rings like this? You literally don't miss. It looks like a closed ring. And if you get a piece where the wire isn't flat, you don't like the way it's sitting, go ahead and cut off that little itsy bitsy part of it. It's okay. Like you said, it is so satisfying when I can say, "Oh, I made every piece of that." And they go, "Really? You do?" He didn't hear me. I don't know what he's doing. I just don't even have my water bottle in here. It was that kind of morning. This one is not laying flat. I was just squishing them together because my round nose pliers had a little bit of a gap, or the loops had a little bit of a gap, so I just wanted to. See, this is a time where like squishing it like that comes in handy because so there's just the tiniest bit of a gap sticking out right there. I just squish it down and it's good to go. So I have 4. I have a few already on here. So I need to take this part off. Just trying to figure out where I am on the other side of this necklace. I need to put an oval link, but I need to put it this way. I'm actually holding this upside down currently. Ooh, that one needed to be squished and it wasn't. Okay. No, what am I doing? I just completely messed that up. I'm glad I caught it though. I would have been real frustrated. Oops. And I wasn't opening the jump ring at the right spot either. So I need to add this one on. Okay. Then I can put another one of the it would probably be a heck of a lot easier to just undo this part and then just have the components and be able to pick them up that way instead of trying to do it the way I'm currently doing it, which is confusing the heck out of me. You might all be following it. I am not. Okay, this one has a link, which is fine. Okay. So that should go there. So then this one needs to come off. That jump ring's going on the garbage because I unbent it from the wrong side. Okay, so we have this. We need to add this, and then black would be next. So I'm gonna go. So from right here, it needs to go to the onyx. I believe this is onyx. Okay, then we have a link. And now it's ready for the next black one. All right, now we're cooking with fire. I can move along better now. Okay, up next. I don't like to open and close jump rings over and over again. To me, I worry that it's weakening the metal by doing so. So I just try not to. That one's already connected to a link on the other side. So now we just need a jump ring to attach the last black bead. This side. Okay. Another link, another bead, and I think we'll be able to move on to the clasp, which will be great. That one already has a link on the other side. Much easier. Okay, so this is where we're at now. Wait, where did I miss on the other side? Oh, I started the wrong. What did I do? So this is just on the wrong start. I don't know how I managed that one. That is going in garbage. Okay, so we're going to take the jump ring. I thought we were done. It's all right. We might be more done than I thought. Let's make sure. It might have just been on upside down, and that's all. Which, if so, I will be very happy. Okay. Now let's see. Yes, so I just have to attach the last one right here, put a Rosaline on it, and we're good to go. Okay, good. Ooh. I thought I was going to have to reconfigure that whole other side, but it was just, it was much easier than I thought it was going to be. So, links, links, links. The good thing about, another good thing about this necklace, as you will see momentarily, is that it can also be your clasp, or part of your clasp at least. So, except I would need the ovals going the opposite way, I feel. Man. Okay, well, if you don't have the rounded part here on the bottom and you have these the other way around, then you could use it as a closure. But because I have the little loops facing up, that won't work for me. But it's all right. I'm still going to end with one of the links just to give it that last little bit, and then I will make a very simple a very simple hook and eye clasp for you. Okay, so there she is in all her glory. Make sure I got the pattern. Yep, all the way good. I know I started over, but I love it. I absolutely love this. Jerica! You guys, that's my daughter. Sissy, thanks for logging in. I love you. You're gonna make your mama cry. Okay, we're gonna do a quick and easy clasp. We're going to do, I'm just going to do a little one of my hybrid loops because they're just as strong as a triple wrap, especially if you're using 18 gauge wire. Today's a whole family affair. And then this is how we will connect. I should have put it on directly. I didn't. I apologize. And then all you're going to do is you want to leave a little bit of space, not a lot, and then you're going to bend it that way. Then you're going to grab your round nose or step fail making pliers. I want to go up to the very top right here, right there, up, over, down, parallel with my mat, and we're going to come across right there. Then this is going to be what your class links into. So you're just going to wrap this and fill up any space. You can get all chunky if you want it more freestyle. You can make perfect little wraps. Make sure that they're going to line up together. All of that sort of thing. And it will work out perfectly. There's just a little space on the back of this side. But it's making the other loop. There we go. Okay. And then see, you have a nice little link. Like I said, I wish I would have thought to do it directly on the one side, but it's okay. So we'll connect that onto this side, and then we're going to go do a little. We're going to go do the clasp for the other side. It also gives it a little bit of added length. I don't really like a lot of beads on the back of my neck, so this actually works perfect. I just felt this one jump. So, sweetie. Mana White, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little refill real quick, I would greatly appreciate it. My mouth is getting exponentially dry. Okay, now we're going to pull out another short length of wire. Just a couple inches is good. Not a big deal. We're going to do the same little loop on the side to connect to the other side of the necklace. And because I did a jump ring on the other side, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pull the wire tight to make sure I get a nice loop. And then do the one little wrap so it meets where the loop began. And trim. I'm going to recenter my loop because for some reason it's not centered anymore. I got a good cut on that, so there's nothing to go off. So then, on this other side, I can add, I'm going to do my loop. Where is my step? Oh, right there.
Yes, and then I'll take that back.
Thank you. Okay. So, step veil making pliers right here. I'm going to go ahead and go with my 6th step. I'm going to leave a little bit of room between the bottom of the bell making pliers and the top. And I'm going to wrap down and around and kind of pull it to where we have the little teardrop. Then it's not going to stay like this. Right where that is, we're going to come in and we're going to do a little cut, making sure the end is flush. And we cut that off. Then we're going to open this up just enough. Man, where are my little round nose? Right here, this whole time. They've been right here, but it's okay because I got to grab these two. I'll show you what I meant about that. What we're going to do, come to the very tip, and you're going to, ooh, that flattened instead of, and you're going to start a little loop. And I have, mine is a little more like flat than I'd like it, so I'm just going to trim off the very end. And I'm going to roll it in. And then this is where these bell making pliers come in handy, because you can use the little grooves to do that. I just realized that my loop is facing the wrong way. It's okay. How do I fix that? Do I need to fix it? Can I just... This loop is completely facing the wrong way. There we go. I'm going to turn it around now. Then I'm going to go back to my Xeron pliers. Just make the wire do what you want. And I'm going to try to get that really tight. And then, so I don't have to pull out another set of tools, I'm going to work hard on this with the box joint in my 6-step bell making pliers. I'm going to lift this up ever so slightly so I can get all of that. Then I'm going to do the same thing as I go up and around my hook. And it makes it shine and it makes it stronger. You could pull out your bench block and your hammer if you want this to be like more textured. But I watch where my last squish ends, and that's where I start my next one. And then there's my hook for the back of the necklace. We're going to take a jump ring and join this to the loop. I'm like, I know I had more jump rings. Like this. Grab my hook. And there's the completed necklace. I don't know why it keeps... Okay, hold on. Sorry, my computer just went a wild. Okay. Like I said, I still have several of these. I could just link these together as a bracelet. I know that I have some smaller, I don't think they're barrels like this, or I mean, I might have a faceted square that I could use at the center of my bracelet, or I can just connect these with the links. Sorry, these with the links, and connect these to an ear wire and just have it down dangling. Could be really pretty. You could just grab some black crystals and put those right in between, however it is, but I love it. I know I changed it at the end, like halfway through, and it took more time, for which I apologize, but I think the extra time was worth it. And thank you, Linda, for the suggestion, because it's, I liked it before, but this is like, I love. And again, I can say I made every part of this. Well, not these, but you know what I mean. That's all completely handmade. It's pretty. Let's see how long it is. So it is about 20 inches long. I don't know that I'm measuring that. I measure from where the length starts. I see that sometimes people start at the bottom of the pendant. So if I'm measuring it incorrectly, let me know. But this is like dress up, put on a sweater, pop this on, pair of jeans, some boots, you're good to go. It's great. All right, my treasures. I so appreciate you all being here. Like I said, I have my sale at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I got it. Julie, the link is her design. And you can go and watch her demo it and show. I know you just saw me do it, but she shows how she mixes her other links to make an interesting, to make more of a like textured and elegant. She doesn't use all the same links. She'll point some in, point some out. She'll use little and big. She does so many things. So even if you just watched me, go watch her video. The title of the video is The Perfect Oval Link Every Time. That is the title of her video. She's on as Gumnut Lane Jewelry. You can go and check out her channel, subscribe. Her links are amazing. But don't just watch those. Her other videos are great too. Rosanna made some beautiful jewelry this morning. You guys, Jenny did a beautiful job, both her and her sister, with the collections I sent them. I can't thank you guys enough. It was awesome to see you all do it. Make sure that you give all of them a little look, because we should be growing our community together. And that's what Becky and I and Rosanna and Randy and other content creators are trying to do. We don't need to compete. There's so many different facets within the jewelry world. There's room and style enough for everybody. Not everybody's going to make things the same way. Even if you made something using this length, it's going to look different than mine. It's going to look different than Linda's. And it's itty bitty little like tweaks. Had I left it the same, it would have been pretty. Putting in the links though on either side made it even more pretty. So it's great. Anyways, love you all. I hope to see as many of you tomorrow morning as is possible. Again, you can always watch the sale on replay. I can't guarantee the stuff shown will still be available. Some stuff are very limited quantity. There may only be 1 or 2 of them. So make sure that you check in. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And oops, sorry. And as always, happy beading.